Most people believe manifestation is about repeating affirmations, picturing harder, or trying to persuade the mind that something can occur. Yet the truth that almost nobody explains is this: the actual secret to quantum manifestation isn't only in your thoughts, it's within your nervous system. You may repeat, "I am abundant," thousands of times, but if your body remains stuck in fear, stress, or survival, the field won't answer to your words. It responds to your condition. And if your condition is chaos, what do you expect the universe to reflect back? Chaos. Sit with this for a moment. Your nervous system is the first receiver of reality. Every sound, sensation, and event you experience is filtered through it. If your body is running in fight or flight response, your awareness narrows, your energy contracts, and you are literally cut off from higher bands of possibility. Neuroscience proves this repeatedly. Dr. Joe Dispenza, in his groundbreaking research Becoming Supernatural, shows that when the body is addicted to stress chemicals like cortisol or adrenaline, it recreates the same predictable past because your nervous system assumes you are unsafe. And if the body perceives it's not safe, the quantum field has no opening to provide something new. This explains why so many struggle. They visualize, they attend seminars, they chant mantras, but little changes. Not because the process fails, but because the receiver is blocked. It is like trying to pick up a radio channel while static drowns out the melody. You might catch fragments of the music, but not the full song. A nervous system in stress is that static. The field sends infinite timelines, but your body cannot connect to them. And until you learn to reset it, you will keep collapsing the same reality again and again. Now, here's the hidden key. When you regulate your nervous system, when you bring it into balance, you open a portal that few people consciously access. Suddenly your body shifts from survival into creation. Your breath and heart move together in rhythm. Your brainwaves transition from disorder into harmony. And your whole electromagnetic field expands. And in that expansion, the universe hears you differently. The signals you send into the field are no longer muffled by noise. They become direct, clean, and powerful. Bruce Lipton, pioneering author of The Biology of Belief, revealed that cells don't only respond to genes. They also respond to cues from the environment, including signals produced by our emotions and thoughts. But here's the deeper truth. If your nervous system is dysregulated, it constantly broadcasts danger. And when your biology radiates fear, no matter what affirmations you repeat, the field hears "not safe, not prepared, not yet." That's why so many people unconsciously block manifestation. But imagine this: what if the very sensations you believed held you back, tight chest, restless energy, racing thoughts, were not failures, but invitations to reset? What if every wave of overwhelm was actually the universe saying, "Pause, breathe, align, open the doorway again"? Because in quantum physics, before a particle takes on a new state, it passes through uncertainty, a liminal stage where it can become anything. Your nervous system does the same. Right before breakthrough, it trembles. And if you know how to meet it, you can transform that shaky moment into the gateway for your quantum leap. So stay close, because in this video, I won't just explain why your nervous system is the key to miracles. I will show you how to reset it, how to shift from survival into creation, how to leave behind noise and enter coherence. And once you experience that shift, manifestation will never look the same again. Because it was never about effort, but about how deeply you regulate the field inside you. This is where real miracles begin. Science has been whispering what mystics declared for ages. Your nervous system is not just biological machinery. It is a portal, an antenna, a transmitter of your contact with the quantum field. Neuroscience teaches that the autonomic system has two primary states: sympathetic, the stress, fight or flight mode, and parasympathetic, the rest, healing, and creation mode. Most people remain stuck in the first state for life. Their bodies overflow with stress hormones. Their awareness collapses into threat scanning. Their energy contracts inward. This is survival, and survival cuts you off from creation. But this is where quantum physics comes in. In science, coherence underlies extraordinary effects. When photons move coherently, they form laser beams, superconductors, and other high-power states. Incoherence scatters energy aimlessly. Your body and mind behave the same way. A dysregulated nervous system is incoherence. Thoughts pull one direction, emotions another, the body shouts danger, and intentions vanish in the noise. The field does not mirror incoherence. It mirrors chaos. Joe Dispenza has demonstrated in numerous studies and events that when people reset into coherence, often measured by heart rate variability and synchronized brain waves, they frequently witness what many call miracles. Spontaneous healing, unexpected opportunities, relationship shifts. Why? Because the field isn't answering desperate thinking, but the coherent electromagnetic broadcast of a regulated body. A balanced nervous system becomes a conductor, not interference. Let's go deeper. Your vagus nerve, often called the wandering nerve, is the main channel of parasympathetic activation. When stimulated by breathwork, meditation, or conscious awareness, it signals safety, and safety is the ground of growth. In safety, your brain moves from stressed beta into alpha and theta. These are the very states linked to intuition, creativity, and deeper contact with the field. These are not abstract. They are measurable frequencies that align you with realities beyond survival. Physics offers another view. John Wheeler's participatory universe theory claims reality collapses into form only when observed. But when your observation is laced with fear, you collapse fearful outcomes. When it flows from coherence, you collapse realities filled with joy, abundance, and expansion. Your nervous system is the very lens through which you observe, the tuner that sets your frequency in the field. Consider this: if your body is stressed, your signal to the field is scrambled. You may imagine wealth, but your heart is screaming, "I am unsafe." The universe ignores your words and answers your vibration, and vibration never lies. This is why Joe Dispenza insists you cannot simply think a new life. You must feel your way there, and feeling cannot be faked when your nervous system is dysregulated. The great opportunity is this: you don't need decades of study to shift. Simple practices that regulate the body unlock coherence almost instantly. Slow rhythmic breathing, heart-focused meditation, gratitude rituals that shift chemistry. Bruce Lipton reminds us that cells not in defense naturally switch into growth. Your nervous system is the same. When it feels safe, it opens, expands, and grows. That openness is precisely what the field requires to deliver new realities. Pause and reflect. How much of your life have you spent trying to manifest from tension? How many affirmations did you repeat while your body clenched tight, your breath shallow? Now you see why it failed. The universe wasn't ignoring you. Your nervous system was blocking the signal. Reset the system, and the field replies instantly. Coherence moves faster than effort, and here's the empowering part. By regulating your nervous system, you're not only shifting biology, you're rewriting your bond with the field. You declare, "I am safe, I am open, I am ready," and the universe mirrors that truth. That isn't mysticism, it is quantum science at work. Now that you see why your nervous system is the link between you and the field, let's move from theory into practice. The big misconception is that manifestation comes from thinking harder, picturing longer, or repeating affirmations louder. The truth is simpler. Your nervous system decides if those intentions leave your body as a clear signal. To reset reality, you must first reset the system, and you can do it faster than you think. Begin with breath. In neuroscience, breath is unique. It is automatic yet also consciously directed. That makes it your key access point to the autonomic system. Studies reveal slow rhythmic breathing, around 5 to 6 breaths per minute, naturally raises vagal tone, activating parasympathetic state. But here's where quantum manifestation ties in. Breathing with intention doesn't only calm the body, it signals coherence into the field. You are literally telling the universe, "I am safe. I am aligned. I am prepared." Here's a practice inspired by Joe Dispenza's meditations and validated by neuroscience. Close your eyes, inhale for 5 counts, hold for 2, exhale for 7. On the inhale, imagine drawing energy upward from the base of your spine into the heart. On the exhale, release tension, doubt, and fear into the field. Continue for 3 minutes. This isn't just relaxation, it's synchronization of heart and brain rhythms, creating what HeartMath calls heart-brain coherence. In this state, the electromagnetic field around the heart becomes ordered, strong, and broadcast, ready. The second step is emotional priming. The nervous system responds more to feeling than logic. Joy, love, and gratitude aren't just pleasant. They are high-frequency states that reset chemistry. When you generate gratitude, the brain releases serotonin and dopamine, signaling safety. This lowers cortisol and moves your whole physiology into coherence. But here's the key: you must feel it as truth. Don't just think, "I am grateful." Flood your body with the sensation of already receiving. That feeling is what the field converts into form. Third is intentional stillness. Though culture glorifies action, quantum creation flows from being. After breathing and gratitude, sit silently, observe without control. Neuroscience calls this the default mode network, the brain active when you turn inward. Old patterns quiet, new patterns emerge. In stillness, the field locks in your signal. And here is the meeting point of science and spirit. Physics shows that particles exist in superposition until observed. Your nervous system, when reset, becomes the observer, collapsing reality into abundance, love, or health. But if stressed, fragmented, or incoherent, you collapse old patterns again. The reset guarantees that each observation you make radiates coherence, making manifestation inevitable. Many doubt this simplicity. They ask, can breathing and gratitude really change life? Science says, yes. Richard Davidson at the University of Wisconsin proved even short meditations reshape the brain. The amygdala, fear's center, shrinks. The prefrontal cortex, the seat of awareness and decision, thickens. Translation: your brain stops reacting from fear, starts creating from vision, and all begins with nervous system regulation. Now let's elevate further. Mysticism always saw the body as a temple for spirit. The quantum model agrees. The body isn't merely a vessel, it's the transmitter. When breath, heart, and mind align, you aren't just relaxing. You become a broadcast tower for your higher self. You radiate a coherent frequency into the field. And the field cannot ignore coherence. It mirrors it. That isn't fantasy, it's physics. Pause and ask, how often did you try to manifest from anxiety, from scattered thoughts, from survival? Now you see why it never worked. Resetting the nervous system isn't optional. It is the first step. Once you experience coherence, you'll never want to manifest from stress again, because the nervous system isn't only biology, it's the portal. Here's the paradox. Many think manifestation fails because they don't visualize enough, affirm enough, or meditate long enough. The truth: their nervous system cancels their intentions with signals of fear, stress, and survival. Remember, the field ignores words. It listens to frequency, and the nervous system creates that frequency. If it's incoherent, the field receives noise. So, how to know if your nervous system blocks manifestation? Watch the signs. First, urgency. If you constantly feel time is running out, or you must get it now or never, your sympathetic system is overloaded. Urgency is survival mode. And in survival, the body runs, fights, or freezes, not creates. Neuroscience shows cortisol shuts down the prefrontal cortex, limiting creativity. So even if you visualize your body radiates, I lack, I'm unsafe, the field reflects that. Second, overthinking. How do you ask for something and then immediately plan every possible way it could happen? That's not strategy. It's your nervous system scanning for threats. It signals mistrust, and the field mirrors mistrust. Third, emotional volatility. You set an intention, then drown in fear, anger, or doubt. This roller coaster means your nervous system flickers between survival and creation. Left unchecked, it creates incoherence. Instead of a clear beam, you send mixed frequencies, abundance then lack. The field returns mixed results. Fourth, body tension. Manifestation lives in body as well as mind. Tight shoulders, clenched jaw, heavy chest are survival signals. Joe Dispenza teaches that the body is the subconscious. If the body feels unsafe, no intention overrides it. Tension broadcasts, not free yet. The field mirrors it. Fifth, resistance to stillness. If silence feels unbearable, your nervous system is dysregulated. In quantum terms, silence is the portal, the instant where you leave the old and step into possibility. But in fight or flight, silence feels dangerous. That's why many avoid meditation, not because they can't, but because the body feels unsafe to release. The empowering truth: these are not failures. They are signals. They show exactly where the reset must occur. Awareness is the first step to coherence. Carl Jung said, until the unconscious becomes conscious, it directs your life and you call it fate. So ask yourself which signs appear in your life: urgency, overthinking, tension, volatility. If yes, that's not setback. It's invitation. It means you are standing at the edge of reset. Comment with "I choose coherence over chaos." In writing it, you send a declaration to the field. You declare readiness to move from survival into creation. Now stay close, because in the next phase, I'll show you how to turn those blocks into launch pads. Transforming nervous system dysregulation into proof manifestation is near. What if the very tension you resisted, the dysregulation, the chaos, the racing thoughts, was not your enemy, but your threshold? Many misunderstand. They assume regulation means perfection, endless calm, and unshaken bliss. But that isn't true. Often the shift begins when you simply notice your dysregulation. The chaos isn't blocking you, it is signaling you. It's saying you are ready to evolve. Neuroscience speaks of neuroplasticity, the brain's power to rewire, but rewiring doesn't happen on autopilot. It happens at the edge when you notice the old reaction and choose a new one. So when fear, urgency, or tension arises, that's not failure, it's the window of plasticity. That's the teachable moment, as Joe Dispenza says, when you replace the old program by choosing coherence instead of chaos. Physics mirrors this. Before a particle collapses into one form, it flickers in superposition. Dysregulation is that superposition. You flicker between old self and new self, collapse into fear, and the old timeline returns. Breathe, regulate, and choose coherence, and you collapse into a higher reality. Dysregulation is not obstacle, it is raw material. Think of the tremble, the restless energy, the racing heart. It is just energy wanting direction. Through breath, awareness, and intention, you transmute survival into creation. This is nervous system alchemy. You don't run from chaos. You use it as fuel. That is why mystics taught the obstacle is the path. They spoke literally of quantum mechanics. The art is subtle. Don't fight dysregulation with resistance. Don't say, "I shouldn't feel fear." That doubles incoherence. Instead say, "This is signal. This is test. This is the field asking me to prove my new frequency." The moment you reframe it, the energy shifts. Stress becomes opportunity. Fear becomes proof you are near breakthrough. Practically imagine a triggering conversation. Your chest tightens, your breath shortens. Instead of spiraling, pause. Breathe coherently. Place hand on heart. Say, "I am safe, I am whole, I am creating from love." In that instant, you don't escape dysregulation, you transmute it, and the field answers. The dialogue flows differently. Opportunities arise. You have shifted timelines, not by forcing, but by choosing coherence at the height of chaos. Bruce Lipton explains that cells can't thrive in stress. They grow only in safety. The nervous system functions the same. When you create safety within chaos, you signal growth and openness. That's the vibration the quantum mirrors, not perfection, but the ability to create safety inside the storm. That's why mystics spoke of the dark night as prelude to awakening. The breakdown precedes the breakthrough. Dysregulation precedes reset. The discomfort isn't failure, it is evidence of rewiring, proof the old self is dissolving. So ask yourself, when fear or tension arises, will you flee or recognize the doorway? That choice is quantum. It decides the timeline you collapse into. Breathe right now. What follows isn't theory but practice. You don't need long meditations or rituals. The quantum responds to simplicity, coherence, and presence. Nervous system is the key. Here's how: pause when the old program fires. Your body reacts, tight chest, fast breath, racing mind. Don't resist. Simply notice, this is old me. Awareness breaks cycle. Then shift breath into coherence. Inhale 5 to 6 seconds, hold gently, exhale same length. Feel breath as waves. This tells the system you are safe. Safety creates. Anchor identity with I am. Hand on heart, declare I am safe. I am whole. I am connected. I am living my reality. Don't just repeat, embody it. Feel it saturating your cells. Then surrender. Stop controlling. Don't overthink results. Carry coherence into your action. Trusting field has already shifted. This is the reset Joe Dispenza calls stepping into supernatural self. Not adding effort, but signaling body it no longer belongs to old reality. Each repetition stabilizes frequency until it becomes default. Now tie this together. The nervous system is the bridge between body and quantum. Dysregulated, your signal is scattered. Coherent, your heart, brain, and body synchronize. Like tuning a radio, you lock onto the frequency of your desired life. You don't chase, it comes. This is why coherence masters report effortless manifestations. Opportunities arrive, relationships align, healing accelerates. Not magic, physics. Your biology entangles with the field. A coherent signal is mirrored instantly. But this isn't one time, it's practice. Daily embodiment until coherence becomes who you are. That is mastery. When coherence is not something you do, but something you are. If this resonates, and you want more, I've made Awaken Your Quantum Power, a guide distilling 7 principles for activating your vibrational field with clarity, coherence, and alignment. It isn't more theory, but a roadmap to stabilize your nervous system, embody higher self, and manifest from God's state with precision. And right now, I'm offering it freely. Link below to download Awaken Your Quantum Power instantly, because reality doesn't wait for tomorrow. Every breath, thought, and feeling radiates into field now. The question, what signal are you broadcasting? Chaos, fear, and noise, or coherence, safety, and expansion? The universe answers not to hopes but to state. Reset your nervous system, reset your reality. Download guide now, step into coherence, and claim the life waiting beyond survival. Because manifestation was never effort, it was always coherence, and coherence begins with you.